ممكن تعمل الكتاب ده. ايوه شكرا. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. We're still in chapter of Salah, Bab al-Adhan. By the way, we talked about the Adhan of Bilal in Fajr prayer, and then Ibn Maktoum used to make Adhan at the time of Fajr. Bilal used to make Adhan before Fajr. There's a hadith that mentions the time between them. وَمَا كَانَ بَيْنَهُمَا إِلَّا أَنْ يَصْعَدَ هَذَا وَيَنْزِلَ هَذَا. So the time between them was not too long. This was like maybe a few minutes, because all the time that was between the two adhan is to give enough time for this one to come down and this one to go up again. So maybe 5-10 minutes between the two adhan. Because some people mentioned that this adhan, the first adhan of Fajr can be done a long time before Fajr. It shouldn't be too long before Fajr time. Yeah. Actually, some scholars said after midnight. Why would they make adhan after midnight? After midnight is too early. The purpose is for Adhan Fajr, to get people ready, because if you're sleeping you need more time to get ready for the Salah, different from other Salah, right? Juma'a Adhan al-Awwal wa Adhan al-Thani. Adhan al-Awwal wa Adhan al-Thani for Juma'a, the first two Adhan of Juma'a were not at the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This happened at the time of Uthman ibn Affan, because the city got bigger and bigger, and people by the time they hear the Adhan, it would be too late for them to catch the khutbah. So Uthman ibn Affan introduced the second adhan at that time to give people enough time for the adhan. But now there's not really a need for this. People know, and the microphones are everywhere, and masajid are everywhere. You don't have to go to a specific mic, you can go anywhere. No?
Everybody has to watch.
No. Also, the hadith of إذا سمعتم النداء فقولوا مثل ما يقول المؤذن. When you hear the nida, the adhan, you say exactly what the mu'adhin says. And the hadith says kalimatan kalima, meaning that you don't wait until he finishes and then you say the adhan. No, you say every word that he says immediately after him. Except when it comes to hayya ala salat, hayya ala falah, then you say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When he says as-salatu khayru min an-nawm, you still say as-salatu khayru min an-nawm. Some scholars say you say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, but there is no hadith to indicate that. The hadith specifically says يقول كما يقول المؤذن كلمة كلمة, word by word. And that's the only difference in hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah. You say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When he comes and says قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة, there is a weak hadith. We hear some people say أقامها الله وأدامها, صح? Yeah. This hadith is weak. So it's a weak hadith. So this word did not come from nowhere. It came from this. It's a weak hadith. لا يعمل به. So what you should say exactly like the mu'adhin says, even when he says. نعم, this hadith رواه أبو داود عن بعض أصحاب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أن بلالا أخذ في الإقامة فلما قال قد قامت الصلاة قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قام الله وأدامها. وقال في سائر ألفاظ الإقامة كنحو حديث عمر في الأذان ولكنه ضعيف. This hadith is ضعيف. نعم.
So about people say اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك.
The إقامة, no, that is not part of the sunnah. Well, the thing that you do regularly, there should be a sunnah for it, and that is not part of the sunnah. You say it just like he says, and then we continue. And we mentioned that the imam, so the mu'adhin, you should try to find a mu'adhin that does not take reward for his adhan as much as you can. If the country, if the dawla, if the government appoints a mu'adhin and an imam, and they appoint money for that person, that is allowed to take, because these are masalih amma. We need these things. We need people to do adhan. We need people to do iqamah. And it is like a gift from the government for these people to do this. But these people should never put it as a trade. You should never say that guys, listen, and everyone go to one corner here. You should never say, okay, the government has reduced my salary, so I'm going to do 4 adhan instead of 5 adhan today.
Make it 6 because you're getting a bonus.
نعم. And then واقتدي بأضعافهم. The imam should take care of the people behind him. Look at the weakest, not the strongest. And that is according to the sunnah again, because if we go by what we want, then we will do all our salah with إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرَ وَقُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. That's all we will recite. If we go by what people desire, we will only read the very shortest surah, right? But the imam should follow the sunnah in general. Look at what the Prophet ﷺ used to recite and should follow that. اقتدي بأضعافهم هنا means that if some people say to you, oh, I want it to be longer, it is allowed to be longer. It's halal to make you make the salah longer, and it is also allowed to make it shorter, right? So you should look at the weakest person and you follow that. But in general, you follow the sunnah. For instance, Salat al-Dhuhr, the Sahaba counted for the Prophet ﷺ in the first rak'ah of Dhuhr, how long does he stand? How long does he recite in the first two rak'ah? They said he stood in the first two rak'ah, each rak'ah, as long as it takes to recite Surah Al-Sajdah. Surah Al-Sajdah is 1, 2, 3 pages. So that is considered long, because if you read the Fatiha, that's like half a page. Then he recited probably 2.5 more pages of the Quran, and it's a silent prayer, so you can imagine how long it is. It takes about 10 minutes to recite Surah Al-Sajdah, maybe if you recite it slowly. So look at Salat al-Dhuhr would probably be how long? 10 minutes and 10 minutes, and they said the last two rak'at were half of that, and 5 minutes and 5 minutes. So it would take them half an hour to pray Dhuhr. Long time,
But in that time, there was no business.
As you see this, Abu Nasr? No, Abu Nasr, no, they had
The biggest job was
No, Abu Nasr, they had jobs, they had everything. Some of the Sahaba were so busy, like Umar bin Khattab himself. He was so busy he couldn't attend the class of Prophet ﷺ one day. One day he would miss everything. And he had a partner where that partner would go and attend everything that day. And next day Umar would attend everything. And then they get together at the end of the day and they share the information. No, they were busy. The Sahabi that one time fainted in Ramadan, because the ruling was that when you fast, Ramadan and Maghrib comes, if you fall asleep after Maghrib, then you wake up and you're fasting again immediately. Even if you woke up, even if you fell asleep immediately after Maghrib. This is how it was initially.
But if he has a chance to miss one day to attend the masjid, that means he's still there, not to be there.
So now we don't even why are we talking about Dhuhr? We don't even come for Dhuhr. We're so busy we don't come for Dhuhr. I agree, we're more busy, I agree. وعن جابر رضي الله تعالى عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لبلال إذا أذنت فترسل. Let's just finish this chapter because they are coming a hadith a week. I will mention them quickly. إذا أذنت فترسل وإذا أقمت فاحضر واجعل بين أذانك وإقامتك قدر ما يفرغ الآكل من أكله. الحديث رواه الترمذي وضعفه. وله عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا يؤذن إلا متوضئ وضعفه أيضا. وله عن زيد بن الحارث رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ومن أذن فهو يقيم وضعفه أيضا. ولأبي داود في حديث عبد الله بن زيد أنه قال أنا رأيته يعني الأذان وأنا كنت أريده قال فأقم أنت وفيه ضعف أيضا. These hadiths are weak, but really they have the meanings. The scholars agree upon the meanings, and weak doesn't mean that it is a lie. Weak, we talked about this before, weak means that we cannot prove for sure that it is the saying of the Prophet ﷺ. There's a probability it's the saying, and maybe it is not. If there's one man missing in the chain of narration, they will call this hadith weak. But if they say mawdu', then it's a lie. If they say mawdu', meaning that this is a fake hadith. So weak does not mean fake, okay? So the first hadith, Prophet ﷺ said to Bilal, إِذَا أَذَنْتَ فَتَرَسَّلْ. When you make the adhan, you do it slowly. The adhan is slower. وَإِذَا قَمْتَ فَحْضُرْ. When you make the iqamah, you do it quickly, right? So that is, we should try to follow that. وَجَعَلْ بَيْنَ أَذَانِكَ وَإِقَامَتِكَ قَدْ يَفْرُغُ الْأَكْلُ مِنْ أَكْلِهِ. And try to give enough time between the adhan and iqamah. Just like if someone started to eat at the time of the adhan, you should make enough time for them to finish eating, because if someone started to eat at the time of the adhan, should he leave the food and come for salah if he heard the adhan, or should he finish normally? What should he do?
He should finish it very only.
He is very hungry, let him finish.
Exactly, he should finish.
Even he doesn't start eating. When the food is available, he should eat before Salah.
If he started eating before the adhan, he should finish normally.
Yeah.
If he heard the adhan, he should not start eating after that. I mean, if he heard the adhan,
Maghrib time.
No, but I mean if the food is already behind him or in front of him.
before the adhan. Before the adhan, yes. The food is in front of him. Before the adhan, yes, he goes and eats. Now, but the imam or the muaddin should give enough time for the people. This is the meaning of this hadith. Give people time to finish what they're doing to attend the salah. Okay?
The Maghrib is different. Sure.
It depends on what you agree upon. As long as it depends on what the people of the hayy, the people of the community agree upon. If they decide, okay, we live close enough, we're going to wait for adhan, eat at home, and come 20 minutes later and pray Maghrib. It is allowed. That's okay. But if they say, no, we live far away, we'll be here for Maghrib. Do the adhan and do the iqamah immediately and we go home and eat. It's according to what it's basically you follow what the people want.
But I think because the Maghrib has a very limited time.
Exactly.
So that's why there is no longer time between the adhan.
Exactly, but 20 minutes is you still have plenty of time. Maghrib is between Maghrib and Isha is about an hour and 20 minutes. So if you wait 20 minutes, you're still in the Maghrib time. You're still in the Maghrib time. وعن أبي هريرة لا يؤذن إلا متوضئ. The one who performs the adhan, it is favorable for him to be on the wudu, like have the wudu. What if he doesn't have the wudu? Can he make adhan or not?
Yeah.
He can make adhan. نعم. كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يذكر الله على كل أحيانه. He can mention the name of Allah with any condition. I even read for Shaykh Uthaymeen that he says you can make adhan even if you're junub. If you have state of janaba, you can still make adhan. Then you're going to say, how can he enter the masjid if he's state of janaba, right? He's not supposed to enter the masjid. But he's allowed to make wudu. If the person is state of janaba and makes wudu, he can enter the masjid. He can enter the masjid. Now, when the next hadith, وَمَنْ أَذَّنَ فَهُوَ يُقِيمُ. Whoever makes the adhan, he has the priority of making the iqamah. These hadith are weak, but they have been accepted. The meaning has been accepted and it's been applied. So, we give the muazzin the right to do the iqamah. Also, the next hadith, Abdullah ibn Zayd, when he dreamt of the adhan, he wanted it for himself. He wanted to be the muazzin. But Prophet ﷺ told him, no, Bilal has a better voice. Teach Bilal this adhan. And then to make him not feel bad, he said to him, وَأَقِمْ أَنْتَ. You can be the one who makes the iqamah. What does this indicate? It indicates it's not haram to make a different muazzin and so it happens, let's say the muazzin went and just before iqamah, he broke his wudu. We don't have to have everyone wait for him. He can go make the iqamah, make the wudu and come back. I don't think we can finish today. We have 3 hadiths left. We'll leave them to some other time. Question about this?